Today, I'm going to show you how to start a successful YouTube channel and grow it in record time. In fact, these are the same exact steps I used to take my channel from 0 views and 0 subscribers to over 5 million views and 200,000 subscribers. I'm not alone. My friend Jeff Rose also recently hit 250,000 subscribers using these same strategies. I'm Brian Dean, the founder of Backlinko. And in this video, I'm going to show you my step-by-step action plan for growing a YouTube channel, including lots of real-life case studies and examples. Stay tuned. When I first launched my YouTube channel a couple of years ago, I struggled big time. Despite publishing lots of great videos, my views barely budged. It was really frustrating. I hate you, YouTube! Flash forward to today, and my channel consistently gets hundreds of thousands of views. And around 8,000 people subscribe to my channel every month. My secret? I tested everything. That way I could figure out what advice actually worked and what didn't. And I put everything that worked for me into a simple step-by-step process. And that's the process I'm about to share with you. So let's dive right in with step number 1, make a pro channel page. My first channel page looked like this. Yikes. Needless to say, a channel page like that isn't gonna push anyone to subscribe. In fact, my ugly channel page was one of the main reasons that I struggled to turn viewers into subscribers. Today, my channel page is super pro. And because my channel page looks professional, a good chunk of the people that visit my page hit that subscribe button. So, how do you create a professional channel page? First, write a thorough About tab description. When someone's on the fence about subscribing to your channel, what do? They click on your About tab to learn more about you. And if your About description looks like this, they're gonna say, nah, I'm good. That's why you want to write a detailed About page description that lets people know who your channel is for, what types of videos you put out, when you upload new videos, and anything else that would make someone want to smash the subscribe button. For example, here's my About section, nice and detailed. Next, you want to upload nice looking channel art. Like my mom always told me, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Hey mom, I just mentioned you on YouTube, and your channel art is the first thing that someone sees when they visit your page. So it needs to look great. Now, if you don't know how to use Photoshop, you can use an easy tool like Canva or Snappa to make a nice channel art banner. Last up, we have your channel icon. Did you know that your channel icon shows up in more places in YouTube than anything else? It's true. Your channel icon appears on watch pages, search results, community tabs, subscriptions, video comments, feature channels, related channels, and more. In fact, for lots of people, your icon will be the first thing they see from your channel before they visit your page. For example, when you leave a comment on a video, your channel icon shows up right next to it. So make sure your channel icon looks nice and clear like this, or like this. Then move on to our next step, which is to find 3 keywords. It's no secret that SEO is huge. You can have the best video ever made. Best video ever, done. But if no one on YouTube can find it, it's not gonna get any views. In fact, a big reason that my channel finally found success was that I started to rank in YouTube for popular keywords, like on-page SEO and Google rankings. And these YouTube rankings have directly led to millions of views. Now, I'll show you exactly how to optimize your videos in a minute. But before we get into that, you need to find some keywords. Specifically, keywords that lots of people are searching for on YouTube. So, how do you find them? It's actually pretty easy. Use YouTube autocomplete. You might have noticed that when you search for something on YouTube, it suggests keywords for you. This feature is called autocomplete. The great thing about autocomplete is that it only suggests popular keywords. In other words, YouTube is literally telling you, these are terms that lots of people use to find videos on YouTube. For example, let's say you wanted to make a video about the keto diet. Well, when you type keto into YouTube, you can see that it suggests a handful of keywords related to that term. And these suggested keywords are perfect to optimize your videos around. With that, let's move on to step number 3, optimize and plan your videos. Real talk. Most people struggle on YouTube because they don't plan their videos. Instead, they turn on their camera and freestyle. But if you take a look at some of the most successful channels on YouTube, you'll notice that they all plan their videos ahead of time. Why is this important? Well, put yourself in the shoes of someone that's watching videos on YouTube. And whether you're on YouTube to learn or to be entertained. You probably have a very short attention span. Plus, YouTube is suggesting cute cat videos left and right. So if the video you're watching isn't super engaging, you're gonna click away. And when someone's rambling and tripping over their words, you're gonna say, next. In today's video, you're So, unless you're an absolute natural on camera, I recommend using an outline or script. Personally, I use a script. As you can see, it has every single line written out, plus notes. But you can also use a loose outline. That way, you have some room to improvise. Either way works. Bottom line, plan out your videos ahead of time with a detailed outline or a word-for-word script. Let's move right into step number 4, optimize your videos for SEO. Like I mentioned earlier, SEO is one of the main reasons that my channel has grown so quickly over the last year. So now that you've found a popular keyword and filmed a great video using an outline or script, it's time to optimize it. Here's how. First, include the keyword that you found earlier in your title. YouTube puts a ton of weight on terms that appear in your video title, so make sure to include your exact word-for-word keyword here. For example, here's a video I published a while back. My target keyword for that video was link building, so I included that keyword in my title. Simple. Next, use your keyword 2 to 3 times in your description. There's no need to overthink this step. Just sprinkle in your keyword a few times where it makes sense. Here's an example from the video I just mentioned. See how the keywords look nice and natural? That's how you want it to look. Finally, use keyword-rich tags. When it comes to tags, I like to keep things really simple. I include my main keyword as the first tag. Then I use a handful of other tags that describe what my video is all about. That's all there is to it. And now it's time for step number 5, get more comments. My team and I recently analyzed 1.3 million YouTube videos to figure out why certain videos ranked higher than others. And one finding that surprised a lot of people was that videos with a lot of comments tend to outrank videos that don't get a lot of comments. In other words, when your video gets a lot of comments, YouTube says, this video is engaging our viewers, and they're gonna give it a rankings boost. The question is, how do you get more comments on your videos? Here are 3 simple tips that work great. First, give people multiple choice questions in your video. Most YouTubers ask their viewers something like this. Yeah, that can work okay. Instead, give people something super specific that they can comment on. For example, in this video, ask people which technique from the video they're gonna use first. They can literally comment with 1 to 2 words. And that's one of the reasons that this video has so many comments. Next, use a pinned comment. Here's where you ask your viewers a question in the comment section, and then you pin it so it stays at the top. Here's an example from my channel. Finally, reply to as many comments as you can. The fact is, most YouTubers never reply to comments, which means you instantly stand out when you do. And if your channel is brand new, there's really no excuse not to reply to every single comment that comes in. In fact, I reply to pretty much every comment that comes in within the first 48 hours of a new video going live. Not only does this lead to more people commenting, but it also directly leads to more subscribers. Speaking of subscribers, it's time for our next step. Step number 6, get more subscribers. So how do you get your first 1,000 subscribers? And how do you go from 1,000 to 100,000 and more? Here are 2 quick strategies that are working really well right now. First, focus 100% on quality, not quantity. Because here's the deal. A lot of so-called YouTube experts tell you that you need to publish lots of videos all the time, but it's simply not true. The fact is, there are over 400 hours of videos published on YouTube every minute. So the world doesn't need more mediocre videos, it needs more awesome videos. For example, I grew my channel to over 100,000 subscribers with only 20 total videos. And it only took 7 more videos to get to 200,000 subscribers. And I'm not alone with this quality over quantity approach. June's Kitchen has over 3 million subscribers, and he's only uploaded about 25 total videos. Bottom line, no one cares how often you publish, just that the videos you do publish are awesome. You also want to optimize your end screen for subscribers. As you probably know, your end screen is the screen that pops up at the end of every video on YouTube. And it's one of the easiest ways to get more subscribers. Why is that? Think about it. Someone just finished watching an entire video from your channel, which means they're primed to subscribe. That's why I recommend using a big subscribe button on your end screen. That way, people can easily subscribe from inside of your video. Pretty cool. And now it's time for our last step, step 7, increase session time. Now that your channel is starting to get some traction, it's time to take things to the next level. Specifically, it's time to start focusing on session time. So what is session time and why is it important? Session time is how long someone spends on YouTube after they start watching one of your videos. And I should point something out. Session time is a little bit different than audience retention and watch time. Those two metrics are how long someone spends watching one video. Session time is different. Session time measures the amount of time that someone spends on the YouTube platform as a whole. And YouTube has stated on the record that session time is super important. According to YouTube, the longer you can keep people watching on YouTube because of your content, the more your content may get surfaced. The question is, how do you maximize your session time? First, use the next video in your end screen. I already mentioned that you want to add a big old subscribe button on your end screen, but you also want to link to one of your other videos here too. Here's an example from my channel. That way you give people something else from your channel to watch right away. As a quick pro tip, use the next video that someone would want to watch after they finish the video they're watching. For example, I have a video on my channel that shows people how to get more views. What would someone that just finished watching that video want to see next? A video on how to turn those views into subscribers. So I featured a video on getting more subscribers in my end screen. Next, use a special type of playlist format that I call power playlists. As you might already know, playlists are one of the easiest ways to boost your channel's session time. That's because playlists automatically play one video after another, which keeps people on YouTube. So what are power playlists exactly? They're basically the same as regular playlists with a cool name. Just kidding. The difference is this. Instead of organizing your playlist around topics, with power playlists, you organize them around outcomes and benefits. For example, let's say you have a bunch of videos on your channel about healthy desserts. Most people would name their playlist something like healthy dessert recipes. And there's nothing wrong with that title, but it's not gonna push people to watch every single video on that playlist. Enter power playlists. With power playlists, you organize your videos around a specific outcome that your viewers want. So instead of organizing your videos around healthy dessert recipes, you just collect a batch of like 4 to 5 videos that will help your viewer lose weight without cutting out dessert. Then name your playlist with a benefit-oriented title. For example, I have a bunch of videos on my channel that show people how to rank in Google. So I put those videos into a playlist and called it How to Get Higher Google Rankings. Simple. Before we close out this video, I've got a quick bonus strategy for you, YouTube Studio hacking. The YouTube Studio is one of the best ways to take your channel to the next level. To be clear, if your channel is brand new, the YouTube Studio isn't gonna be that useful for you. That's why I only recommend using this technique after you get a few hundred subscribers under your belt. So if you're new to YouTube, I recommend sticking to the other techniques that I showed you in this video. With that, here's how this strategy works. First, look at your video's top traffic sources. The traffic sources report tells you where your views and watch time are coming from. And it's an absolute goldmine. Here's exactly how to use this information to get more views. First, you can double down on what's already working. For example, if you're getting lots of views from SEO, spend more time looking for keywords and optimizing your videos. You can also use this report to find untapped traffic sources. For example, maybe a big source of potential views, like suggested video, is only bringing in 10% of your views. Then it's probably time to start creating videos that are designed to rank in the suggested video sidebar. Next, look at the audience retention report for a couple of your videos. This report shows you where people drop off. And when you notice a pattern, you can stop doing that thing in future videos. For example, in some of my older videos, I noticed a huge drop off in the first 30 seconds of my video. Now, it's normal to have a significant drop off in the first 30 seconds or so of your video, but my audience retention was dropping off a cliff. And when I looked at my video intros, I realized why. I was going on and on about why my video's topic was important. That's when it hit me. Anyone that's watching this video already knows that this topic is important. That's why they're watching this video. So I started to test intros that cut out the fluff and got straight to the point. And my watch time and audience retention significantly improved. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Just click on the subscribe button below this video. And if you want exclusive SEO techniques that I only share with subscribers, head over to becklukka.com and sign up for the newsletter. It's free. Now I want to turn it over to you. Which technique from today's video are you going to try first? Are you going to try YouTube studio hacking, or do you want to use power playlists? Let me know by leaving a comment below right now. Okay, here we go. So I feel like I have something in my teeth. And I ship playlist. This is me. When you type keto in, oh, it's a fly. Always a good rule of thumb, right? Oh, are you getting that? You know, beep, beep, beep.